Hello and welcome back. In the previous video we have seen that how we can set up our account. So if you click on edit account, nothing is changed. Go to inspect console and you can see we have a type error, cannot read property push. Go back inside your project, inside source folder, and tab user account that we have created. Okay, so you can see in here in button on click on this edit account, we have written wrong spelling. Not we have, I think you have changed it when I was writing it. This is history, so this is my bad, I'm sorry. Save it and go back. Now if we click on edit account, then it will show page not found because we haven't added our edit account component. So in order to do that, go back and close this file, go to edit account and index.js. So in order to speed up, I'm going to add different libraries and files inside this component. So nothing has changed, just bear with me, I'm going to explain it to you. Okay, I think in line number 1, use state and use effect is okay to you because we have been practicing both of these hooks a lot of time. The use state hook is for to introduce state in our functional component, and use selector and use dispatch, both of them work together, and use selector is for to get data from our state, and use dispatch is to call our action creators. And I've also talked about phone input. Go in here in a developed project, sign in with Google. Okay, if you go in here inside view account, edit account, and you can see this field mobile. You can select your country from here. So this type of field can be achieved with this phone input, and we have installed it. Okay, let's come to this model. Model component is doing a couple of things inside our application. Okay, go inside components that I have provided you, go UI and inside model. Okay, so before going to see this component, go back to your home. So if I click on any of these products, then you can see React model screen is displayed. So a model is a message box or a screen or an element that is displayed on the top of your screen. Models put an overlay on the screen, therefore they take visual precedence over all the other elements. So whenever user click on a specific product, so it means that user giving the precedence of this special product. So that's why React model comes into play. Same in the case of view account. If you want to edit account, then this component is acting like a precedence, and it has taken over other elements, other tabs. It is not overlaying like in case of products because we are sending this to the new route. Like if we go inside our user account, then we are pushing the history and the properties to the new route, which is account edit. So again, go above inside your model. Okay, so this model receives couple of different content here, couple of different attributes, and it always takes the DOM element, and in our case it will take it as set app element, and we have included our React model and we have installed it. You can see it inside your package.json. We have installed it so far in this project, and it is taking our app DOM element. If we go inside our index.html, so app is our DOM ID, which is our starting point of our application. So go back inside model. So app model takes couple of different attributes. If model is open, on after open, on request close, should close, on overlay click, and we have to give it the style, and the content label is a product model by default. And inside app model, the whole element is given to it as a child. So in case of products, we are giving it, we go back in here, in case of products we are giving it a whole product as a child, okay, or in case of edit account we are giving it an edit account as a child. So I think now you are well familiar with this. Go to boundary. So boundary describes the scope of this component, okay. We are including, go above inside boundary, it will catch if you have any error in rendering your edit account component. If there is an issue, then it will give you something went wrong feedback. So it is quite handy in reliability of our project. And all of you know about what is input. I have discussed it inside our sign-in component. Go in here, or input. Basically this file is doing your form validation, okay, and this is a reusable file. You can use it wherever you want. It will give you an error if you are giving a wrong data to a specific field element, okay. Basically this file is doing a form validation, okay. So go back in here. So this is a circular progress bar. We have been using it throughout our project. And this is image loader, and we have also discussed it. Basically it loads your image, because if we go in here, if you want to add a different image, then this image loader will help you. And this is also a reusable file, and we do not need this display action message for now. And this is loading, and dispatch is loading is the app actions that we have created, and this is for update profile, which is also an action. And this is just the use file handler, in which if you are giving video in here, then it should check that it should be a specific format or a specific file for banner or for image. So basically it will check your file that you're selecting, and this is just the route to account, or after updating your profile it will redirect you to the account component. Okay, now go and start your functional component. Okay, and this component will take props, because in edit profile button we are passing props inside our user account, and then export edit profile. Now it's time to go for our use effect hook. Okay, it will take two arguments. First is a function, okay, in which we return a function, and give dispatch, and inside it we will write dispatch is loading and give it false. Basically this dispatch function is dispatching this action creator and giving the value false, and we are importing it in here from actions and app actions, and we have to set it with this condition. Okay, now go and type const, and we will take it profile or is loading, okay, it's const, and this is basically a profile, and we are using our use selector. Always write user selector is a use selector, and it is going to take state. Okay, and it is returning this state, so everything should be inside parentheses. So take above profile and give it, by the way, lowercase profile, and then profile is taking state from our Redux store, and we are giving profile in here auth, and we should give auth state and is loading state dot app dot loading. So we are taking profile auth and loading from our central repository through use selector, and we are passing it inside our profile auth and is loading. So in here we are going to initialize the object from use dispatch. Okay, use dispatch. Okay, now go in here and const Okay, now we have initialized our use state, in which we are going to take full name, email address, mobile, avatar, and the banner to this field. So this field is going to be a nested object. Now I'm going to speed up and I will show you it later. Just bear with me. Okay, we have created object, and basically we are initializing this field nested objects in here. Okay, first object is taken full name with value profile dot full name, and we are taking it from state, okay, profile, and we are giving this profile name, and we are taking full name from it, and we are checking if for profile that full name is there, then give it profile dot full name, otherwise give the empty string. And same in the case of email. Okay, we are giving it email inside field, and the value is profile.email. If profile.email is empty, then give it the empty string. Same in the case of address and mobile. Okay, and mobile. So mobile is also an object in which we are taking if profile.mobile.value is there. If not, then give value empty and data empty object. Okay, now we have given it avatar as well. If avatar is empty, then profile dot avatar should be empty string, because we are taking the URL and URL is empty, which is a string, and same in the case of banner. Okay, close this. So everything is initialized inside our field. When we want to change the items inside field, we will go and use this set field function. So the next state is for our model. So we will check if model is open or not, and we will give it first false, and then same in the case of password. So we'll check our password, and we need to set our password. If user want to update, then we can update. And first we have null value inside password. Okay, now it's time to go for our use file handler const, and we'll take it use file handler. and the file handler is entertaining avatar. First we have nothing in it, and banner. Okay, so we will take a couple of things inside here. So this is the hook. It will take your image file and it will check is file loading, or it will check if file is changed, okay, with on file change. Okay, let's start your return. Inside return we have to create a boundary in which we will check our errors if occurred. Okay, now I'm going to create our first div. So our div is here, and then we'll type h3 tag. So I've created h3 tag with text center the class name, and you can call it as edit account details. Now it's time to go and create two different divs. So I'm created two different divs with user profile banner and user profile banner wrapper. Now go and so if you go in here, so we have to check this banner first. Go back and create your image loader. So we have to check our image file in here. Go in here, use file handler hook, go and create here image file dot banner dot url. So it will check your image file from image file in here. If you have changed your image file, then it has to be taken care from use field handler. Otherwise it will check your banner from this field that we are taking from our central repository through this state. So go in here and check our field dot banner. Okay, now we have to go for this input. Okay, go back and create your input. So first we'll accept only PNG and JPEG images, and so when we click on it, the disable and is loading should be displayed, and ID is edit banner, and we'll write on change event, on change, and we will give argument is image, and on file change should be called, and we'll give it image and banner. So it will check if this is a banner or avatar, and the type is file. So if we go above, we are calling this use file handler hook and on file change function. Go in here and inside your hooks use file handler, and you can say on file change will be called, in which we are giving it our file and prop, whether it is an avatar or a banner, and then it will going to check the target value, target files, and it only going to validate it with JPEG and PNG files. If JPEG and PNG is not given to it, then it will give you file type must be JPEG or PNG error. or if you're exceeding your file limit, then it will check if 500 KB. If file is exceeded from 500 KB, then it will give you an error. Else it will save your file. So quite handy hook. Okay, go back in here. Now you can understand this is file and this is image file that is handled by use file handler, and this is one function that is going to manipulate your files. Okay, and we should specify whether we are giving it banner or avatar, and we should give it the file as well, and it is also given by this input. So now let's suppose we have chosen another file, then we should manage or loading as well. Is file loading. If it is loading, then give this div. Okay, otherwise give it this label. Okay, so I'm going to quickly write things inside this div. So if it is loading, then loading wrapper will be displayed and circular progress bar will be there, and visible is equal to true, and theme will going to light. And if it is loaded, then give different attributes inside the label. Give HTML for, and we have to give this pen icon in between this label. Okay, our banner is completed. Okay, now I'm going to copy from user profile banner wrapper. Okay, this div, copy this and paste below in here. Okay, so I have copied this banner, this whole div. Okay, so you can remove this line. Okay, so let's go and change different things. Now we have to change this in here, give it avatar, and remove this banner, and remove this banner as well, and give it avatar, and give also this function avatar, and go below edit avatar and edit avatar. Okay, now we have completed this div. Okay, if you go above, then this profile wrapper and everything inside it should go in here. Okay, so this is the div for our user profile wrapper, and this is the div for our banner. So place tab in here, then you can understand. Okay, and in here, so we have written use profile banner wrapper, this div, user profile avatar wrapper, this div, and now you can understand this user profile banner is ending here. Okay, now we have to go for details. For this, create another div. Okay, I've created this div. Go inside here and write input. So as you can understand, this input is taken from components UI input, and this will take our fields and perform form validation. Okay, so inside it, div label, static full name, and means that this is the required field, not optional one. Max length should be 40, read only, and we will set it is loading, and placeholder your email. Oops, this is full name, your full name, and on input change we will call function on full name change. On full name change we will create this function later on, is required, and give it true. So then field style, and styles will be text, transform, capitalize, and type text, and the value is field.fullname.value. Remember, we are getting this value from profile, which is a state. Okay, we have completed this. Copy this whole input, and remember we are going to add this full name change event as well. Just below this, paste in here, and this is for email, and we will check this from auth dot provider not equals to password, or we will check it if it's loading. Then give in here test.com, and then in here on email change, and email, and we do not need this type is also email, and check field dot email getting from or state of Redux. Again, for address we haven't completed address and mobile yet. Go in here and paste another input in here, copy it from here, and so this is the optional field, and it requires more length, and we can write in here give your address, and in here we will call on address change, and this is false, and in here address and address, and the type is text. Okay, now for mobile, let me write it first, then I will explain it to you. So in here, by writing this mobile, we are checking if we are getting any error. So we can get error by in here from a state. So we will check it in here field.mobile.error. If error is occurred, then show the error, otherwise write mobile, and then create phone input. Okay. First we need country. Okay, and country phone, and then input extra props. We will give it required, or just, I think it's required, and give it true, and input class will be and we will give it error if error, and give input error. Okay, otherwise give empty string and give it mask. So for your country code, for your local network provider, and your number. And then on change will be called on mobile change. Okay, then disabled is loading, read only is loading, and placeholder, enter your mobile number, and we could give it value field dot mobile dot data dot num. Okay, then break one line and create another div with edit user action, create a button for back to profile, and I will type quickly things inside here. So on click we have to push all of the history and the props to the account. If you go in here, back to account, and this is going to be arrow function tree dot push to account, and give the text of the button to profile. And if you go above, I think I have written a wrong thing in here. I should not write profile in here. I don't know why I've written that. Okay, so go in here. Okay, we need to create one more button for this update profile. Copy this, paste just below in here, and change things inside here. Okay, and one more thing, and write one more function. If not, are fields changed? So we have to check if fields are changed or not. So we'll call this function as well. We will create this, and on click event we'll call function on submit update. And if you go in here, if I change my profile, okay, I have changed my profile. If I update, then you can see it's loading inside it and it's giving you updating profile. So for this, go in here, we will check this inside circular progress bar, and in here we will pause a couple of things. First is should be visible, and give it is loading, and theme should be light while it's loading, and then we'll check if is loading, then give text updating profile, otherwise give update profile. In the previous case we have updating, no update. Okay, so we need to check all of that. Okay, what if I want to change my password, but for now I am logged in with my Google account, so I can't change my email or password. So if I sign out, so I should sign up. Okay, so sign up page is not developed. Okay, so we should write thing inside sign up. After sign up, when we have our specific or application specific email and login, then we can change your password, and then we can add different things inside here to change the password or email inside of our application for our profile. So let's have a quick break, and then in the next video we will be talking about our sign up page, and we will be adding some more functions inside our Firebase. Let's have a quick break.